Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Friday to you all. Hopefully, you are finishing up your working week well, or enjoy your early start to the weekend. We've got new Bangtan music. Never gonna complain about that, are we? Armies, congratulations! 10 years of BTS. How? I'm. This has convinced me that time can't be real, because there's no way it's already been 10 years. Like, I swear Bultorne was like last month, not 7 years ago. I had to look it up to make sure, but how the heck was Fire 7 years ago already? Wild times. But BTS have been around for 10 years now, and they've dropped a little special single called Take Two. It's very exciting indeed. I quite like that we're getting just like little sprinkles of BTS music here and there. Like they did the Bastion's OST when that show first kicked off. We're getting Take Two today. We've had a whole smattering of solo stuff from some of the members, and it's just there's a lot of content that they're like slowly drip feeding the armies out there, and I quite like that. But Take Two, here we go. I reckon anniversary song, with one of the most widespread and also dedicated fandoms in the world across just global music at this point. I remember in high school, I took a music history course as part of like a social studies elective. And I mean, this was 2015, so this was still fairly early on in BTS's career, but they were already pretty popular at this point, even in Midwestern America where I went to high school. We talk about and we kind of compare it to Beatlemania back when the Beatles first hit America in like the 1960s. Just comparing them and how it's kind of like a similar cultural situation going on. I always found it really cool just how popular these guys are. And I mean, with good reason. But this isn't a social studies class, this is a music channel. We're going to talk about some music real quick. So, there is no visualizer that I could find as of yet. They might drop one later. But so we're just going to do the lyric video one time. Here we go. It's Meter Game, isn't it? There it is. Oh, it's a very slow song. I love the reverb they've mixed into it, very wide. I'm running the days. We've been working so many ways. 가슴이 터질 것 같아. Can't you see the take two? Stories unfolding just for you. 너와 함께하는 청춘. 지금 내 손을 Keep the harmonies one time. Yeah, we never felt so young. Why do they sing this song? 서로를 맞추며 어둠 속에도. Yeah, we never felt so right. Running got you by my side. 함께 걷던 길 따라. Oh, we're young forever. 사막도 바다가 돼서 we swim forever. Whatever happened, 우리도 이제 sing together. I love how much acoustic instrumentation they've used in this song so far. You're my silver lining, you're the one who just like me. Oh, I can always feel you beside me. 너 우리 빌딩에 부딪혀. 우린 이렇게 서로의 주어져. Get melodic with it, Namjoon. Oh, I'm running a days. We've been walking so many ways. I love this pre-chorus, the fact that even though there are like synthetic instruments, they're still keeping that acoustic guitar in the background there. Got two-part vocal section to finish with Jin leading the way. Oh, glorious. 함께여서 행복했어. 당신의 목소리에 숨을 쉬고 당신의 눈물들로 일어섰어. 당신들의 과분한 사랑을 내가 받을 자격 있을까? 수년간 우리가 만든 영원의 교집합 함께여서 너무 고맙고 행복합니다. 부디 앞으로도 행복합시다. Yeah, we never felt so young. 맹속에도 생겼어. 서로에는 맞추려 비가 내려도 Yeah, we never felt so right. Running with you by my side. 함께 걷던 걸 따라 Oh, we're young forever. How can know that we never felt so young? You hold my hand.
This is a really vocally busy song and I love it. Oh, hey, flex the falsetto one time. That final chorus, once you get members in the background floating on the vocal harmonies, is mega. Oh, like I'm pretty sure I heard for sure Jin Jimin and V in the backgrounds throughout that final chorus. There may have been a fourth that I couldn't really pick out immediately, but essentially, my favorite part of this might be the bridge to the end. I love the well. Let's just go from the second chorus. Perfect. Yeah. There's the way that this bridge rap section is delivered that I just absolutely adore, and it's the way that it's delivered, almost like less like a rap verse and more like a conversation. And so you have like the call and responses, or the lines are being split between two different people. But the flow of it, sure, it's got the rhythmic elements of like a rap verse in it. But the way, like the attitude while it's being delivered just feels like a conversation between two people, and I love that. There's this casualness to it.
당신과 함께여서 행복했어. 당신의 목소리에 숨을 쉬고 당신의 눈물들로 일어섰어. 당신들의 과분한 사랑을 내가 받을 자격 있을까? 수년간 우리가 만든 영원의 교집합 함께여서 너무 고맙고 행복합니다. 부디 앞으로도 행복합시다.
Yeah, the way Mr. Jungles, the way he finishes that verse, where it's just, it kind of breaks free from the meter of the song as well, and that definitely emphasizes that conversational element of it. Oh, and it's so cool. It feels really personal, like deep meaning personal, but like he's actually like talking to the audience, like directly talking to the audience instead of just like saying the line, which I think that's such a cool touch. And then this final chorus, all the background vocals.
함께여서 너무 고맙고 행복합니다. 부디 앞으로도 행복합시다.
A little bit of Jin into V in the background. JK, maybe? Jin. JK. Yeah, it's that ending where typically in music, what's really cool about kind of music theory in a way is that everything is kind of defined pretty clearly. If it's on a song like this with, standard 4-beat measures, it's like a puzzle. You can't really, if you really simplify it down, you can't have more than 4 within a measure. You can't have less than 4. It has to be 4 every single time. But what this final chorus does is it splits apart the lines, 2 measures per person. But what it does is it kind of allows for the first artist to linger around a little bit into the next 2 verses, or next 2 measures. So you get a little bit of that overlap as you're changing singers. And it's kind of one of those things where musically it just continuously gives you more music, and it doesn't give you time to breathe and process it. You're just overloaded with music. And I love it. Especially because the vocals are really pretty, but that's the same person. Bleed Over. There it is again. Bleed It Over. Yeah. The way they overlap it, it doesn't impede on the next person. But it adds this really nice, like, gradual change into the next phrase that it doesn't feel like it's been, like, chopped up. It's a very pretty song. It is a very pretty song indeed, and I have no qualms about it, no complaints whatsoever. It's just a really good song. As you'd expect from BTS. And while I didn't know what this was going to sound like, I had expectations, because this is BTS we're talking about. They always deliver when it comes to music. They also deliver when it comes to the message behind the music, especially if it's for the fans, and it's a plus 100 out of 100 for me. But that is it from me today. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding a door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.